Sox Yankees on NESN is brought to you by Amtrak. Enjoy comfortable and convenient travel from Boston and save 25% when you book 14 days in advance. And from Yankee Stadium, the Red Sox play Game 3 of this showdown series. The Sox can put a serious hurt on the Yankees today. After a win last night, the Sox can take a 6.5 game lead in the American League East. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Bronx. I'm Dave O'Brien alongside the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Garen Austin along in just a couple of moments. And on this second day of September, Eck, there's no question. You go back and look at the Red Sox acquisitions as far as everyday players by Dave Dombrowski. And Eduardo Nunez is #1 as far as impact guys. Last night, his 4th game-winning RBI since the trade from San Francisco.
You talk about hitting the jackpot. I mean, you can't make a better acquisition. I mean, the numbers are through the roof. And what you didn't expect is the home run ball. And last night, the ball he hit out looked like he got fooled. Hit a linea right out of the ballpark. That's 8. You know, on a matter of, 31 games he's played for the Red Sox, he's got 8 home runs. He only had 4 in 4 months out there in San Francisco. He's been everything you can ask for because he can play all over the place, and that's what he's going to have to do. But you see what he ranks. I mean, he's been the best player they've had in August, and they've had several good players in August, but he's on the top of the list, and I don't know what to say. Did anybody expect this? No. This guy's going to be a free agent at the end of the year. He picked the right time to have a great year this year.
And you know, the power is really what gets you. You mentioned it last night. The Red Sox are now 7-0 when Nunez hits a home run. He has been just tremendous. The Red Sox also get some more help today, and that Jackie Bradley is back in the fold. He's activated off the DL for that thumb injury. Of course, he's made spectacular catches all season long. Sox have not had him since the 22nd of August. He is back. He is in the lineup in center field for Game 3. NESN is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Plain Ridge Park Casino. Don't miss the Choose Your Ride giveaway Saturdays in September. The all-new Amstel X Light. Grab the 90-cal 2-carb refreshing light beer. And by Southwest, yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Very nice day here in the Bronx. Sox and the Yankees. Game 2 coming up. Time to toss it down to Garen Austin for more about today's starter, who has been outstanding. That's Drew Pommeranz.
OB, in his last 14 starts, Drew Pommeranz is 8-0 with a 2.31 ERA. He talked to me earlier about this role that he's been on.
Tried to keep my approach pretty simple this whole year. Just go out there and try and make pitches and get back in the dugouts and, you know, just limiting damage as much as I can and give up as few runs as possible. And I've also gotten a lot of help from the offense this year. They've been great. I mean, especially my last outing, you know, we're come out losing and they put up 4 runs right when I come out. So it's definitely nice to see that. But, you know, just going out there trying to get a good team win every time out there.
Pommeranz has had success pitching in this ballpark, and he said it's cool. He said it really gives you that extra adrenaline. Being a member of the Red Sox in this rivalry is something special and really gives him an extra boost when he's out there. OB?
And back at Yankee Stadium, Sox and the Yankees, game 3 coming up. Red Sox will be facing the right-hander Masahiro Tanaka, who they've seen a couple of times this season. He's been very tough, although recently on the disabled list. And he is just now taking the mound here in the Bronx. Game number 3 coming up. Red Sox trying to get once again to 20 games over 500. That's been the high water mark. They could win today. They'll go to 78 and 58. And it would be a very, very damaging loss, Eck, for the New York Yankees. That would push them 6.5 games off the pace. Not to say that buries them completely, but after tomorrow they will not have any more games with the Red Sox, so they can't make up ground going head-to-head.
Yeah, you talk about trying to get back into this division. They're trying to hold water, just trying to stay in that wild card race, because that could get away from them. And don't you think they're not thinking that? This is another game that they've got to win. Forget about the division.
Here's a look at the Red Sox lineup, brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. Eduardo Nunez, the leader. He's at short. Andrew Benintendi in left field. Mookie Betts in right. Mitch Moreland at first. Hanley Ramirez, the DH, homered last night. Devers at third. Vasquez doing the catching. Moving up to that 7th spot. Jackie Bradley in center. And Zue Lin has returned. He's at second base, batting 9th against the right-hander Tanaka. 10-10. ERA of 4.69.
Yeah, the Yankees this year, the defense tonight is they made 82 errors, 134 games. Around the infield, Chase Headley back at third base, Didi Gregorius at short, Ronald Torreyes at second base, and Greg Bird at first. Out in the outfield, left to right, Brett Gardner in center, Aaron Hicks in center, and Aaron Judge in right. Behind the plate, Gary Sanchez catching Masahiro Tanaka.
Here are the umpires, brought to you by Toyota's website for deals. BuyAToyota.com. Greg Gibson has the plate. Sam Holbrook at first. DJ Rayburn and Trip Gibson at second and third. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Compra2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. And the weather just fine today. In fact, down to 65 degrees, mostly cloudy. They're expecting rain later tonight here in the New York area, but not during the ball game. And we are set to go game 3. Sox powering their way to a victory last night, getting great pitching from Pfister. And 3 home runs, and one of them by Eduardo Nunez, his 8th of the season. In there for strike 1, and we're underway.
Tanaka has had some trouble in the first inning this year. He's had some trouble overall, but like he said, he's on the DL. He needed a 10-day rest is what he needed.
Eduardo last night 1 for 4 with that 2-run homer. He's 2 out of 7 lifetime against the right-hander from Japan.
Boy, he's pretty nasty when he keeps that ball down. You're going to see a lot of sliders today. Only throws his fastball about a quarter of the time.
And relies on a split finger fastball too. Benintendi on deck. And a little dribbler on a swinging bunt. Tanaka throws and gets him. And is retired. Pitcher to first. 1 man gone. Benintendi next. Benintendi really making a name for himself here in New York. They do not like to see him coming up to bat. He's done so much damage against the Yankees here in the Bronx. He's hitting .393 this season against New York.
He got 5 of his 19 home runs right here. That's hard to do.
According to Elias, it marks the most home runs ever by a rookie in New York and ties Jim Rice 1983 for the most by a Red Sox hitter in a single season at Yankee Stadium.
Once again, you talk about this balls that he hits. I'll tell you what, he just, bat boy, take my bat. Ball didn't go to the second deck, but it would have. But he's hit some bombs here.
Our twisted but true fact: Benintendi 5 home runs here. Second Red Sox player to hit at least 5 homers, as mentioned. Twisted tea tastes like real iced tea. Be a little twisted. And a 1-1. You would figure a left-hand hitter with some power would love it here in this ballpark, and he's living up to that.
Oh yeah, he hit line drive out of here off of Severino last time. Line drive and a second deck job.
Left it up for a ball. So
We've seen
good
a
count, 3-1.
We seen a fastball yet? I don't think.
And the 3-1 to Benintendi. He walks him.
Little split finger, 3-1. That's what he's going to feature. You're not going to see a lot of fastballs today.
Mookie Betts to climb in 261, 18 homers, 78 runs batted in. Been slow going lately from Mookie. He was 1 for 4 last night, but 3 for 19 on the road trip. Red Sox trying to jump on Tanaca here in the top of the first inning. Tanaka has been strong the last couple of months, really. 5-3, a 2.92 ERA his last 11 outings.
How about day games though, huh? 1-6 with almost a 10.
Right.
Almost a 10 ERA. That's crazy sick.
One foul tipped into the mitt.
Mookie got him for a home run in Fenway Park. He hit a slider out on him. A good game that he pitched. The game against Price. Probably Price's best game of the year, that 3-0 game.
And Tanaka gave up 3 home runs. Pitched very, very well in that game, but wound up losing. And the 0-2 to Mookie.
Yeah, you see, you're going to see that fastball, but out of the zone.
The Red Sox with a record of 53-18 when they score first. Dribble toward third. Headley to scoop and fire. To second base, Benintendi, but 2 down. So it's up to Moreland to bring in the run. Mitch has been swinging a hot bat.
Well, you think about Tanaka when he came over here. You know, he threw 95. I mean, that's what you thought. You know, this guy throws hard, but I think he's been pitching not necessarily hurt, but he's not at full speed. I mean, he's used to throwing once a week like a lot of them in Japan, right?
Yep.
I think that you got to tip your hat to this guy. He had a great year last year. This year he started off so bad. The home run balls got him. Been better, like you said, lately, but the home run ball, I mean, the 29 bombs.
He's coming off a 10 strikeout, 10-1 win over Seattle, which he went 7 innings. Moreland does have a career home run off him. He's 3 for 13. That splitter right at the bottom of the zone for strike 1.
I mean, he's still got a decent fastball, but that's, you know, you don't expect a guy to be throwing salad like Tanaka, right? All that little split, slider.
A couple of years ago, they were talking about possible Tommy John surgery.
Yeah.
He's been able to continue to pitch. They diagnosed it and Figured if he could rest a little bit more, that might help, and it has. 1-1. Red Sox will play Sunday night here. That's the last they'll see of the Yankees in the regular season. And Chris Sale going tomorrow, so you think about that, even though Severino's the opponent. Red Sox ace goes tomorrow. He certainly is right back in form, coming off a brilliant performance. They've become must-win games for the Yankees. And slap to the right side. Gregorius will move on over the shortstop, has it, and that'll do it. So the Red Sox will leave a man on. And Drew Pommeranz about to take to the hill with 14 wins. Heading to the mound here at Yankee Stadium. Look at their lineup, brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Brett Gardner leads it. Then it's Hicks, Sanchez, and Judge. D.D. Gregorius at short. Chase Headley at third base. Matt Holliday returning to their lineup. Greg Bird is at first. Teray is the second baseman. Against the Red Sox starter, presented by New England Audi dealers, Drew Pommeranz. It has been some season for the left-hander, 14-4, and he has won 8 consecutive decisions. A 3.23 ERA, which is 5th in the American League. Facing the Yankees for the 5th time this season, and he has not lost to them. Oh, little message there for Gardner, and ball 1.
Man, what a way to start the game, huh? He's sitting up outside and he throws it at his helmet. Got pretty good numbers against him. 8 for 23. Little hook for you right there. That's a nasty hook. He's going to feature that all day long.
We've said that all season long about that curveball, that knuckle curve. Got to be ranked as one of the top pitches in the American League.
It's just been one of those years for Pommeranz. Last time out, he left losing, right? I mean, kind of, and they scored anyway. They've scored for him all year long, and he knows it. It's kind of like the year that Porcello had last year.
Yeah, he told Guerin that before the game, that the offense has been a huge part of his success. Gave him a lot of props. Breaking ball, slap foul. He hasn't had one poor outing against the Yankees all season. 4 starts, he's 2-0, 2 no decisions. His last start against New York, a 9-6 Red Sox win on August 18th, and the Sox have won every time he has started against the Yankees, whether he got the win or not. shot. Down for it, Lynn. He's up and gunning. It got him. Pedroia-esque at second base. Zue Lin back and showing off immediately.
Yeah, the Red Sox defense brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They're 13th in the American League, 87 errors in 135 games around the infield. Rafael Devers at third, Eduardo Nunez at short, Zue Lin at second, Mitch Moreland at first. Out in the outfield, left to right, Andrew Benintendi at left, Jackie Bradley back in center field, Mookie Betts in right. Behind the plate, Christian Vasquez catching Drew Pommeranz.
And Lynn taking a hit away.
You see the dive here. I thought he almost overdove this play. He had to come back to him.
Here's Hicks.
Is there such a thing, over diving? How do you say that? Overdove? No.
Overdove?
He overdove.
He's an overdiver?
Yes.
Well, Pedroia made a terrific play last night. Actually made a couple of them. A dazzling defensive play to dive in the hole. And now Lynn's at it. Whether he overdove or not.
He an overdiver. As long as he doesn't overdose.
Well, here's Hicks at 268. 13 homers, 48 runs batted in. Breaking ball, and that one headed toward the alley. Jackie Bradley, and oh, he made the play as Mookie ducked underneath.
You know, Mookie probably could have caught that ball, you know, and it was right in between. That's a tough one because both of them, want to take charge. Jackie hasn't been out there in a while. What a play to get in the first inning, but you see him come in front. Betts comes in front, ducks, and it makes it a difficult play.
I'll bet you Jackie told him,
I got it.
Marcus, I had it all the way.
And this ball kind of rumbles around a little bit in his glove. It's not clean. See that? Whoa.
Jackie was talking about that thumb the other day, before he was activated. He said, look, it's going to be there all year. The rest of the season. It's just fact of life. When you have a hand injury like that, it's not going to bounce back immediately, even with your playing.
It's got to be scary because he was talking about he's having a tough time catching it, and then he have a play like that.
Sanchez, 269, 28 homers. So two eventful plays right away for the Red Sox defensively. Sanchez has hit Pommeranz. He is 6 for 15 with 3 home runs off the lefty.
Hit that ball right down the right field line last time he faced Pommeranz. Kind of late on a fastball, hit it out right down the line.
His power, he can be late and still hit it out. Especially here. Overthrown. Jackie Bradley injuring that thumb on that play at home plate.
Such an athletic play to dive like this, huh? I mean, that looked ugly. It looked like he could have hurt his leg, let alone his hand, but you see how it torqued it back a little bit. His whole body must have hurt on that.
Scored that run, breaking ball down low. Judge on deck, no score in the first. Red Sox getting healthier these last couple of days, and in a big way boosting the defense with JBJ coming back and Pedroia returning. Dustin getting a rest today after getting back in the lineup, missing 3 weeks last night. He did not go, and the count 3-2. Xander Bogaerts still out of the lineup. Red Sox trying to figure out his slump. So Nunez at short, something you may see very frequently.
Can't decide whether they want a curveball or a cutter. Fastball.
Hard hit. What a stab by Devers. Up and gunning. And throws it up the line. Moreland could not bring it in. Down to second base is Sanchez. And he'll slide in. But Devers made a marvelous play on a tough hop.
It was a bullet in a great pick, but he took his time to let it go, so he had to get it over there. Sanchez doesn't run great, but you see the pick is the play. And then he's got the arm, spins around, and he throws it. And I think Moreland should have come in off the bag. He's trying to reach that ball. He just couldn't. That'll go as a base hit, I think. But what a pick. The throw didn't pull Moreland off the base, but he just couldn't. He could not catch it.
So it's a base hit and an error on Devers to get Sanchez to second and bring up Judge. Judge with 37 home runs and is tied for second in the majors.
But they've got to have that curveball in their brain. You know, they've seen him enough to know how good a curveball that he has.
He's 3 for 9 against Pommeranz. Scoreless here in the first inning. Red Sox have held him to a 156 batting average this season, a homer and 3 RBIs. It really hasn't hurt the Red Sox at all, batting 156. He checks his runner and the 1-1 to Judge. 2-1.
Boy, that looked like a cutter to me. Hard one, down and in.
Pomeranz last time here in New York was a 10-5 Red Sox win. He went 6 2/3. Allowed just 7 hits and 3 runs. Pitched very well. 2-1 to Judge. They do appeal and no swing, says Holbrook, and the count goes to 3-1.
And he was looking for that breaking ball and got it, but he held up. This ball's down. It's a good take for him. Can't do anything with that pitch.
Judge with 83 RBIs. Breaking ball right through there. He must disguise that curveball really well, because he can throw it anywhere in the count.
Yes, I mean, he can throw it for a strike if he wants to. He throws in the dirt because he wants to. That's why he's having the kind of year he's having.
Trying to punch out Judge here, leave that man at second. Got a piece.
Man, 95.
I think that's the other factor with Pomeranz. We've discussed it before, but he has humped up the velocity and he can get it there to 95. Not every lefty can do that.
No, he's a big boy out there now. I just think he's so, you know, he's got so much confidence. He has just such a nice way about him. He just looks like he's just relaxed as can be.
The big smooth.
The big smooth.
Payoff pitch. Came after him again at 94. So Vasquez out for a conversation here. Scoreless in the first inning. Pomeranz coming in tied for second in the American League in wins. The only man who has won more is on this staff, of course. That's Chris Sale, who will pitch tomorrow night in Sunday Night Baseball. And a 3-2 again to Judge. Rounded to third. Devers gathers, and this time gets him to retire the side. So both teams with a scoring chance in the first inning, but nothing. An Irish Festival returns to Fenway with a doubleheader featuring 4 of the most prominent teams in the world. Tickets are on sale right now at redsox.com/hurling. 0-0 after 1. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, and Garen Austin with you here from the Bronx. And it'll be Ramirez, Devers, Vasquez against Tanaca. Hanley with a home run last night. His team leading 22nd, and he's hit 3 of them in the last 4 games. So signs that he is really coming to life here down the stretch, which he did last year in a big way.
This was a great sign last night. This little split finger away, and he just drives this ball out of the ballpark. That is a beautiful swing. That's what you love to see from Ramirez. That means he's locked in.
He held up. He's 5 for 21 against Tanaka with 2 homers.
He's finding his way up the lineup a little bit, right? Up to 5th.
Up to the 5 spot again today is the DH. Vasquez also moving up a little bit in the 7 hole. And Tanaka's 2-1. High fly ball into right field. Back it goes. Judge at the wall. Leaps up to make the play. 1 away.
The Sox are on the top of the AL East, but the race to the postseason isn't slowing down. Take the Sox with you wherever you go this Labor Day weekend. Live stream any NESN Red Sox game on your favorite device. Visit NESNGO.com or download the NESN Go app.
Oh, Hanley just missed one.
I thought that was a can of corn. Meanwhile, it's at the top of the fence.
Yep, that's new Yankee Stadium right there in a nutshell. That's where you want to hit them. That's where they go out. Rafael Devers, 288, 8 home runs, 17 RBIs for the rookie.
Judge is tall enough to probably snatch something over the fence, as tall as he is.
Devers facing Tanaka for the first time in his career. Takes a ball.
You remember in 2009 when this ballpark was first opened, everything was jumping out of here, and they were kind of scared that first month, like, uh-oh, you know, this is maybe too much.
Yeah, did they build it too small?
Or was there a little air pocket that was coming through or something? I thought they talked about, but it was like launching pad. Not that it's slowed down, but it was incredible that first month.
Yeah. Talk about moving the fences back and everything else. It's still very cozy. 314 down the right field line. But it's really out to right center where the ball flies out there.
Almost in that bullpen. It goes in that bullpen pretty good. Finally a fastball. He's a junk baller. I mean, he really is. Picks his spots with his fastball. He's got great command. His strikeouts to walks are 4-1. The strikeouts are there. Doesn't matter how you get them.
1-2. Another swinging bunt. We've seen this a few times already, and Tanaka's a good fielder. 2 down. Red Sox season ticket plans for 2018 are on sale right now, and the new plans include access to potential 2017 postseason games. For more info, right now go to redsox.com/season tickets. 2 away for Vasquez. Christian getting the catch today on that run toward 300, 294 with 4 home runs. And hitting .422 since July 29th. That leads the major leagues. And he'll take the breaking ball in there for a strike.
Boy, he gets that in there to hit like he can hit, doesn't he? I mean, different mannerisms when you're going good, and he's locked in.
4 for 4 on Monday with a home run. Don't you think, you agree with me, that he is going to hit more home runs?
I think if he, I think if he tries to, I mean, I like the way he handles the bat. I really do. I mean, The home runs will come. He can't try to hit home runs. He just can't. He needs to just try to be as good a hitter as he can be.
0-2 coming.
But when he hits them, I mean, they're way back. That walk-off ball he hit off of Cody Allen, and then the last time, that 0-2 pitch he hit. Who did he take deep in Toronto?
In Toronto, just hit the daylights out of it.
Man.
Jackie Bradley on deck. And the 2-strike pitch. Great to see Jackie back in there, patrolling center field. You know, the pitching staff, this is no slight against anyone else who's played center field. The pitching staff loves seeing number 19 out there.
Well, he's the whole deal. He's got the gun too. I mean, that's what he's got.
Bases empty, 2 down, no score, second inning.
You know, not that Mookie doesn't have a good arm, or even Benny. They all have good arms, but Bradley's is special.
Benintendi's done a really nice job out there. 2-2. Very little coming in straight from Tanaka. Stays out of the middle of the plate.
All he's going to do is show you that fastball. That's it.
Larry Rothschild, longtime pitching coach. Former manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, back when they were the Devil Rays. And down he goes, strike 3. So 1-2-3 for Tanaka.
Snuck the cheese by him. Strings live right after the game. TC, Lenny, and Jim will break down the game, and you'll hear from Drew Pommeranz and John Farrell. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but WB Mason.
That's really well done.
Thank you. Where's the music? Wasn't it?
Well, you had a little music.
Yeah.
You always get the dramatic music.
I know, I love it.
I get total silence. It's like a church.
We'd be playing music all the time because as many as you do.
Yeah. In there for a strike on Gregorius, 294, 19 home runs. It's had a very good year for the Yankees. And it'll be Headley and Matt Holliday returns to their lineup. Reinstated off the DL. He's been out with a left lumbar strain, missed 25 games. He also had a viral infection earlier in the season that cost him 14, so he's been in and out of their lineup. Talking about Holiday. Foul tip to the mitt.
Well, Didi will get your attention for Pommeranz with, you see those numbers there.
421, including a home run against the lefty. Breaking ball,
Nasty.
a swat and a miss.
Wow.
His first K in the book. Let's get down to Garrett.
I was talking with pitching coach Carl Willis, and he said the season that Drew Pommeranz is having, he's been phenomenal. It's been really fun to watch. He said he just has a new comfort level on his day to pitch. He's really been limiting the damage and his ability to go deep into games, and that's something that they did not expect. And he said the one thing that really stands out is how he has been able to keep his composure in tough situations with runners on base late in games and limit that damage. Guys, he said overall, he's just been phenomenal.
Again, the Red Sox regulating him last year, holding him to a pitch count, have not had to do that this year. It's made all the difference. High fly ball deep to left field. Headley jumped on that one back into the corner, and she is gone. He did not wait around, and the Yankees take a 1-0 lead.
I'll tell you, Dave, sometimes you just guess right, don't you? That's his third home run off of a left-handed pitcher. 10th on the year, but he guessed right, and he lost this ball. Fastball right there. Beautiful swing. Might as well be a no-doubter. Don't scrape the outfield wall. If it's gone, it's gone. Get out of here.
Now for Pommeranz, the first home run he's allowed in 3 starts. He's kept them in. Here's Holiday. 229, but 16 homers. And one of the stronger men in the American League. He can do damage when he's in that lineup.
That's a problem. They got him. I thought that was a pretty good sign. Been in St. Louis for so long like that. You didn't know what he had left, and he started off the season great, but he just couldn't stay healthy.
The 2-0. A strike. Holiday's reached the 15 home run plateau for the 12th time in his major league career. One of 4 active major leaguers who can say that. The others are Pujols, Cabrera, and Adrian Beltre. Pops this one a mile high over short. Nunez calling everybody off and will make the catch. Jackie was right there, and so was Benintendi.
Jackie looked like he wanted to call him off. That ball is just.
Yeah. Jackie's antsy.
Yeah.
Hasn't played in a while. Tonight on an all-new On Course with Andy Brickley. Brick is joined by Boston College hockey head coach Jerry York at the Pine Hills Golf Club in Plymouth, Mass. Catch it tonight at 5. Brought to you by Foxwoods Resort Casino, the official resort casino of the Boston Red Sox. Absolutely no music involved in that one.
Here comes Jackie. He pulls up. He wanted to give him some help.
Wants to make every catch. 2 down. Greg Bird, 150 with 3 homers. Another Yankee just recently back after a lengthy stay on the disabled list because of an ankle problem. For a long time they could not diagnose what it was. Finally had surgery on the ankle, and an injury that's very common among dancers, like ballet dancers. Torreyes on deck. 1-0 New York on the home run by Headley. That's up the middle, a solid single.
Boy, you see that thing coming right in your screen, right at Pommeranz. I mean, that's a pretty swing right there. Watch this thing coming right back at you. Curve ball, left it middle, but ball's coming down right back at you. That's a beautiful swing. This kid's got a nice swing.
He's hit 2 home runs in 7 games since coming off the disabled list, including one in this series. It sends up Torreyes. Did a really fine job for the most part filling in at second base when Castro was out. .298 batting average. Got a good crowd here today, but they have not sold out a single game in this series yet. And I'm not sure they're going to do it today.
Well, they got 40, I bet.
Yeah, they've had 42, 43 the first two games. I mean, good crowds, but maybe not the sellout that you would have expected. You know, on a Friday night, Saturday afternoon. And then you've got a Sunday night game tomorrow, which is unlikely to sell out. The 1-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. After Sunday, the Sox heading home to face the Toronto Blue Jays. Red Sox have had their way with the Jays, 10-3 against them head to head, and the Boston Red Sox going to play them 6 more times at Fenway. All the games at Fenway remaining with the Blue Jays. 3-1. Red Sox heading home on Monday, an extended homestand. 3 with Toronto, 3 with Tampa Bay, 3 with the Oakland A's, who recently celebrated the great career of one Dennis Eckersley.
A couple off days too, which is unusual.
It is. And that's going to be ball 4. So it's turning into a long inning for Pommeranz. 2 hits, a ball 4, and Gardner, who hits him well, coming up.
Kind of lost the strike zone there a little bit. You know, you throw a good curveball, a guy hits a bullet back up the middle. Kind of, you know, shakes you up a little bit. A small strike zone there with Torres too.
Gardner with a ground out to second first trip, so he's 0 for 1, hitting .260. Been a big home run year for the leadoff man with 20. And numbers against Pommeranz. Came in .348 lifetime off him.
Well, left-handers in general hitting close to .330 off him.
First and second with 2 away.
Thank you.
When you threw a pitch like that and you knew it was not supposed to be a strike, under your breath, did you go thank you?
Kind of.
Certainly thought it.
Yes. I'm not going to nod to him, say thank you.
But do you go right back to that same spot?
No. He is.
Devers with it. And
Oh,
took his
hey,
time and he's safe.
What are you doing?
He forgot who was running.
Yes.
Absolutely forgot that it was Brett Gardner. It's going to be ruled a base hit.
That's a major mistake. I mean, that's big. You got to let this thing go. He waited for the base runner to almost clear, did he think?
John Farrell's thinking about a challenge.
Maybe he didn't have a grip on it. I don't know. But if you see it, the replay, the base runner went in front of him. He almost waited for him to pass, and that little fraction of a second cost him. Hopefully he gets out of this inning right here, but that's huge. Watch the runner go in front of him here. This is routine now. He kind of.
Yeah, that wasn't a case of mishandling the ball.
No, it wasn't. He just took his time.
He's mishandling the situation.
Yeah.
So it's a single, and they're all loaded up. We'll see if it costs Pommeranz. 0 for 1 with a fly to center. Aaron Hicks.
That's a strike. That's the thing about opposite location. You just don't get it sometimes. He's sitting up inside, reaches out. That ball's a strike.
Well, Pommeranz should be out of the inning. Instead, the bases are loaded with Yankees. Bird, Torres, and Gardner. And lofted foul to make it 1-1.
Boy, this guy was having a career year until right before he got hurt. Still career numbers. I mean, he's never put a year together with Minnesota.
He's had some big hits against the Sox this year. He's 1 for 10 lifetime against Pommeranz, though. Thought about it and he held off. 2-1.
He did.
In the inning, a home run, 2 base hits, and a walk. So Pommeranz has labored here in the second. But if he can get out of it with just the 1 run, he'll be very happy. Two 2-1 to Hicks. Tried that breaking ball and it rolled.
Boy, you don't see that very often. That was just a misfire, just slipped almost. You never see that. That ball just didn't have a feel for it at all. Now he's 3-1. Hello. And this is party time for Aaron Hicks.
Now he can throw that curveball for a strike here if he wants to.
If he wants to, I don't know after that one.
All loaded up near the second inning. A run in on the home run by Headley. And a 3-1. Line foul.
Oh.
He was sitting on it.
Boy, when they know it's coming, boy, they get the head out.
Sanchez lurking on deck. Vasquez back out to the hill. So what do they throw here?
You know, you throw a curve. Let's see this fastball down middle. I don't know if that's down. He's just too quick. Man. Thank goodness he was too quick, but he throws a curveball for a strike right here. He'll lock him up. I don't know if he'll do that.
Runners will be off to the races. 2 down and a full count. They take off. And a liner on 1 hop. Lynn has it. Throws and gets him. That was a shot, but he handled it. And Pommeranz survives the inning with only 1 run. Time to see who's on track, presented by Amtrak.
Well, you got to get fortunate sometimes. That was a bullet. Nice pick there by Lynn. Bases loaded. Turned the game around right there. Go back to that play later on.
And it could wind up being a game saver.
He snaked it with the bases loaded. Aaron Hicks coming in hitting less than 100 with the bases loaded. He's got to be upset right here after this.
And Lynn with his second fine play. Jackie Bradley swings and lifts a high pop on the right side. Torreyes can wait all day. Jackie very anxious to get back in there. He pops up just off the disabled list today. Tomorrow it's an all-new Bruins Academy. Bruins players give you the inside look at their trip to China. Plus see all the sights across New England from the Bruins Fan Fest Tour. It's an all-new Bruins Academy tomorrow night 6:30 on NESN.
Here's your music.
There we go.
There you go.
Now we're rocking. Zoué led at 280 at the big league level. He was with the Red Sox earlier this summer. He held his own.
He really did. I was impressed. It's like, who is this guy? Next thing you know, he's hitting line drives, picking it.
We were calling it Lynn's sanity. Not for very long, though. He was with the club between June 24th and July 16th. Hit 280, an on-base percentage of .379. Had a couple of triples.
You know, you have a winning ball club, you got to have that. Guys chipping in all over the place.
That's right. How many times when a team has a successful year, postseason kind of year, do you look back and go, oh yeah, remember Brian Johnson with the complete game shutout?
Yeah,
remember that?
Exactly.
That kind of thing.
Yes.
Happens more than once, typically in a really good ball club. 1-2. Remember the story about Dale Murphy. Remember the former National League MVP with the Atlanta Braves, and when they finally got good and went to the postseason, the final day of the regular season one year when they were going to the playoffs, they were on a flight from LA back to Atlanta, and at some point during the flight, Dale Murphy got up and went to every single player on the club and touched them on the shoulder and said, you remember that base hit you had in the 8th inning against Cincinnati? You were the reason we're here. And then he went to a pitcher and said, remember those 3 relief innings when we needed you really badly against the Dodgers? You're the reason we're here. He had something to say about every guy.
It's true. It's true. It's not 25 guys. It doesn't work that way. I mean, I had one year where I was with the A's that a starter never missed a start. That never happens.
Right.
I mean, there's always, you know, tons of pitchers that you have to use, especially nowadays.
2-2 to Lynn. On deck, Eduardo Nunez, full count here on the number 9 hitter. Red Sox looking for their first hit against Tanaca. And the 3-2. Down he goes.
Split.
2 away. Second strikeout for the right-hander.
Yeah, 3-2. He's not going to give you that fastball. Look at that split just fall off the table. Man, it's hard to lay off that. You're thinking you're going to get a fastball. Must look like it.
Tanaka was on the disabled list the last 2 series the Yankees played against Boston. But he's had a couple of excellent starts against the Red Sox. Back on April 27th, he tossed a 3-hit complete game. The shortstop Gregorius will fire on and retire Nunez. That's a fast inning for Tanaka. Hits the Red Sox 1-2-3.
the Ultimate Red Sox show presented by AAA. Gordon Eads sits down with Xander Bogaerts for an exclusive interview. Plus, we'll have the plays of the week. That's tomorrow evening at 6, right here on NESN. I was looking at Aaron Boone and I got distracted there.
It's Aaron Boone, who is, of course, working for ESPN as Sunday Night Baseball, doing a little scouting and representing SC.
Yeah, you think he went to USC?
Just a little.
I think.
Very proud of it. Sanchez leading off in the third inning, 1-0 Yankees. Then Judge and then Gregorius. Pommeranz scuffling a bit last inning. Got an excellent defensive play by Lynn to get out of any further damage. Left the bases loaded. That really could have gone haywire.
You know, to Hicks, he had Hicks 2-1 and threw an ugly breaking ball. Right? He went to 3-1. He didn't want to go back to it. Threw him 2 fastballs. He hit both of them on the screws. I mean, to have a good year, those are the type of things you need. One big play.
You know, he's been able to do that all season long. You get out of jams like that.
That play by Devers in Toronto, play at the plate.
Exactly. To center field, driving back. Jackie's there to make the play. Beginning Tuesday, for 4 straight games, you can experience a Red Sox game like never before. Put on your Samsung Gear VR headset. Download the NESN Go VR app from the Oculus Store for a fully immersible virtual reality experience of the Red Sox Blue Jays game at Fenway. Here's Judge. He is 0 for 1 with a ground out to third. Red Sox continue to lock up his bats this season, at least to this point.
He's had some strange at bats. He takes pitches right there. You know, he's like in between against the Red Sox.
Right. His first at bat at Fenway in the first series, he homered to right field. He has not hit one since. And he's had very few hits in between against the Red Sox.
He hit a ball hard in the first inning last night. That's about as close as it's gotten. And then he got robbed by Bradley Jr. in Fenway. Remember that Sunday night?
Yes. Robbed him of a home run. Well, the numbers are exceptional for anybody for Judge, in particular a rookie. 37 homers, 83 runs batted in. He's going to walk well over 100 times. But the second half, since the All-Star break, since the home run derby, has been a totally different story. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's talked about his body feeling beaten up. Even when they rested him, Girardi took him out of the lineup, give him a mental break. Second half, he's not been the same dangerous hitter. Still takes the same swing most of the time. That one 95 miles an hour, got a piece of it.
So we kind of know what it's like. You know, all of a sudden you drop a day game on, even the announcers, I'll tell you what, it's like, what in the world is this? And these guys got to get it going. Meanwhile, I'm Fossil. These guys should be able to bounce around, you know?
Fossil. Stop that. 2-2. Incidentally, on Monday at Fenway Park, it'll be Dennis Eckersley hat night.
Yeah, Moss Day.
Moss Day. He's got all the hair flowing and the mustache.
I saw TC wearing it.
Oh, that looked gruesome, man.
That's nice of him, you know, because
it's a nice promotional thing, but he only has to wear that once. 3-2. Did he check?
Yes.
It is strike 3.
Yes, he went.
Judge fans, and they're 2 away. Crowd doesn't like it. Sam Holbrook ringing him up.
Yeah, he gets a 3-2 curveball and he just can't hold up. Get it going, and he throws the head at it.
It's a good call.
Almost got away with it. He kind of knew.
Second strikeout for Pommeranz. You know, the great thing about the guys donning your hat and your flow, for Jim Rice, he didn't have to put the mustache on.
Yeah, he didn't.
He looked very comfortable.
I mean, that mustache looks like Groucho Marx. I mean, doesn't it? I mean, it really
Glad
does.
you said it. You said it.
But I would really like to see you with that hat.
I'm going to have to.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'll be watching.
I'm really looking forward to it. You're going to be there in the ballpark.
I'll be there. I'll be checking you out.
Thanks. There are 3 mustaches that come with that.
Why?
I don't know. I guess just in case
you
lose
mess
one.
it up. Yeah.
We're going to make Guerin wear one.
Yeah.
Fouled back by Didi Gregorius. He struck out first time up.
You guys, I cannot wait for this. I've seen the photos of TC. I'm looking forward to Monday Night Moss night at Fenway Park. That's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to get one of those for everybody in the truck too, and make the guys put that on. So we're all in it. Popped him up. Nunez back down to left field and there to make the play. And that retires the side. Good bounce back inning for Drew Pommeranz. To 25% with Sabre fares at Amtrak.com. On the 4th, Red Sox trail 1-0. Benintendi leading it off against Tanaka, who's been very tough. Sox don't have a hit yet. One base runner. That was Benintendi taking a walk in the first inning. He has been tearing the cover off the ball against the Pinstripes.
Boy, everything is downstairs. I mean, he is driving the ball down.
Tanaka, 28 years old.
Look at that thing. Boy, I tell you what, he's nasty today so far.
Splitter can really disappear. It is the trademark pitch of virtually every pitcher from Japan.
And that little hesitation, a lot of them have.
And he left it wide, 2-2. How about the Cleveland Indians? They're going for 10 straight wins. Playing the Tigers tonight. So Tito's Indians are really rolling. And a ground ball and through for a base hit. Despite the shift, a single for Benintendi. He continues to beat up on the Yankees. And leadoff base hit. That's the first hit of the game for the Red Sox.
Benintendi got a split finger. He just happened to hit this ball in the right spot. The ball's up a little bit. Didn't exactly sting it, but picked the right spot right up the middle.
now hit safely in 16 of his last 17 road games at about 400. That'll send up Mookie Betts. Mookie 0 for 1. He's grounded to third. So important for the Red Sox to keep a close eye on the Indians. Will not face Cleveland again, but right now they would have a 1-game lead on the Red Sox for home field advantage in that first round. Red Sox had to go to Cleveland to begin the playoffs last year, and that didn't work out so well. So the American League standings, the Astros, the Indians, and then the Sox.
You know, all in distance. Everybody's in that distance there. The first 3. I mean, anything can happen, especially when you finish with Houston.
They have 4 games at Fenway Park to close out the regular season. They could have a lot of meaning.
Got him in the stretch now. He's concerned about Benny at first base. Probably the ugliest breaking ball he's thrown. First pitch there to Betts. Well, that pitch must look like it's a fastball, you know, 3/4 of the way there, when that ball just dives down and away. He thought he was going to get something to hit, and it just disappeared. Another split.
Sanchez with a good arm back there. Benintendi not running, and a count 1-2. And Mookie looking very unsure at the moment against Tanaka. Started the day 7 for 28 off in lifetime. It's a .250 average with 1 home run.
That must look like fastball. That's all there is to it. That's why that pitch is so nasty.
Long set, runner holds. Fly ball center field. Hicks is racing back. He has room. Benintendi retreating to first base. 1 gone. Moreland would be next.
You go back to the first pitch here. This was an ugly breaking ball to start off Betts. High slider. I mean, he's concerned about Benintendi at first base. The high slider, he takes it, but then he goes to the split finger back to back, down and away. Some bad swings at it, but then he gets away with one right here. This ball is like he left that ball middle. Luckily, he hit it to the biggest part of the ballpark for him.
Moreland 0 for 1. He's grounded to second base. 1-0 Yankees on a solo home run by Chase Headley in the second inning. Red Sox have seen Tanaka before when he's been very hard to hit, including this season. 6-4 lifetime against the Sox, a .386 ERA. Some very, very tough performances in there.
Yeah, he threw a 3-hitter at him right earlier in the season in April.
A complete game. One down. Benintendi with the lead. Has not attempted to steal yet. That'll be a strike. A little generous.
Oh yeah.
Mitch has caught fire. Came into Wednesday's game as a pinch hitter and cracked a 2-run game-winning home run, then had a 2-run single later in the ball game. He was 0 for 4 yesterday in the Red Sox win. They think Benintendi's thinking about running.
Oh yeah. Got 18 bags on the year.
Hanley Ramirez on deck. Sox have their first hit. Off the end of the bat, foul. Go back to June and encounter Moreland against Tanaka, and Moreland wins this one.
Something's got to be hanging. That's all there is to it. You're waiting for it. Yep, hanging slider. No doubter, way up in there.
He has hit 18. Runner holds. 2-2.
Those 4 pitches right the same spot, down and away. You knew something was wrong with Moreland for about a month and a half. That, you know, that toe, that foot, whatever. He just didn't look himself. Now that you see when he's right, how he swings it.
Fractured toe. 2-2. Stopped by Bird and knocks it down. He'll go back to the base to get the up. Benintendi safely into second base. So Red Sox have a man in scoring position, but with 2 down.
Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plainridge Park Casino. TC, Jim, and Lenny will preview Chris Sale's start tomorrow against the Yankees.
Facing Luis Severino, he's 11-6. Sale goes in 15-6. 2.77 ERA, the man to beat for the Cy Young. And now powering his way into September, bearing down on those 300 strikeouts.
See what happens here. That was a double play ball. It really was. He hit it so sharply. Greg Bird couldn't get a handle on it. Got one. That goes from being could be a base hit because he hit it so hard to a double play, and they didn't turn it. He got Hanley up here trying to leave Earth. Watch.
Well, he's done it before against Tanaka. One of his 22 home runs this season against the right-hander.
This has got to be a hanger too, doesn't it? No, a little split finger, but he didn't want it there. When Hanley's got it going on, doesn't matter what you do. I mean, he's that kind of hitter.
Sanchez making one of his many visits to the mound.
The only time he's not going to go out there, if there's, I guess, even when there's nobody on, he might take a trip.
I think if there was no one on the mound, he would take a trip out there. For whatever reason, if the pitcher wasn't there yet, I think he'd still go out. He likes to be on the hill. So 1 strike on Hanley. Chance to tie this ball game. He's actually hit 2 home runs in his career off Tanaka. And he rolls this one to Headley. He'll gather, gun, and get it. Red Sox have had very few chances. Do not score here. 1-0 New York. Is brought to you by your New England Audi dealers and a 2018 Audi Q5 by Citizens Bank. Visit citizensbank.com and by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1-0 Yankees. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, Garen Austin. And a man responsible for the one run up now, that's Chase Headley. He cracked a solo home run, hit a long way down the left field line in the second inning. That's been the scoring.
I heard Girardi talking about Headley, saying, you know, what a nice job he's done for him. You know, having to move from third, go to first, whatever he's needed him to do, he's done. And he's really, you know, swung the bat pretty well last couple months.
Yeah, lately he's been one of their better hitters. And up the middle for a single. So he's 2 for 2, and this one starts the fourth inning. Headley, his last 68 games, is hitting over 300. So he's been hot for a while. That'll bring up Matt Holliday. 0 for 1. He's popped up to short. Red Sox have the highest winning percentage in baseball since the non-waiver trade deadline. They've gone 20-9. A win today would give them a 6.5 game lead over the Yankees.
You know, the Yankees are staring at Chris Sale tomorrow night, and this is just a huge game for them. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Baltimore Orioles, they've been coming on lately. Last night they won a 1-0 game in 13 innings.
Getting themselves into the wild card race. A lot of teams are in it, of course. They still trail by a game and a half for the second wild card spot, but Orioles 3 games over 500.
But you almost forgot about the Orioles. You know, I mean, they need pitching. I mean, it's you know, Gosman's been throwing the ball better. Bundy threw a good game the other night.
Just look at the Orioles as a team that's been near the bottom of the league in ERA most of the season, and typically that will not get you into postseason play.
Well, they've been running Jimenez out there all season long with about a 6.5 ERA.
They've been tough on the Red Sox. 2-1. High fly to right. Mookie Betts will size this one up. And Holiday is 0 for 2.
Tonight at 10 on NESN Sports Today, we'll save you time with the latest breaking news and a report on the Bruins preseason. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how can do.
One down, and Greg Bird will get in. A base hit first time up. Sox at the moment are tied for their largest lead in the division at 5.5 in front. Last time they were 6 up in the division. You have to go back to 2013 when they would win the World Series. And on September 30th of that year, they had a 6-game lead. Red Sox getting Jackie Bradley back today. Dustin Pedroia last night. Good block by Vasquez.
They got Pedroia out of that game last night. Wasn't the 7th inning, wasn't it? I mean, I think they planned it like that. Obviously, he was going to play today. Farrell was talking about there's not exactly a perfect plan set for him.
But he does say the Red Sox plan to rest him more frequently than in the past. Got to kind of protect him at times against himself because of the high octane way that he plays. He's not going to change that. That's in his DNA. Every play is like his last. So he's going to get a little more rest. He made a magnificent play in his first game back last night. And that's going to be in there. He made a great pitch to strike him out.
Keep looking for that curveball and you're going to punch out, and that's exactly what happened there. Back to defense with Pedroia. This is what we've been missing for about a month. Look at that play. Both ends. Pfister covering. How about that pick? That's just Petey being Petey. And how about that one kicking off of Moreland, and he still gets it. I mean, that could have been trouble. He makes that look so easy.
Torres with a tapper foul. He walked in the second inning. 1-0 Yankees here in the fourth. Lynn Manning second base today, and he's really pitched in with 2 defensive gems himself. That's been the hot spot last couple of days here in New York. Here comes the 0-1 from Pommeranz. Ace Ticket is Boston's trusted source for Red Sox tickets. From bleachers to box seats, Ace has the lowest prices to all games at Fenway with a 200% guarantee. Visit aceticket.com now or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Yankees have 5 hits. Red Sox have 1 against Tanaka. One that counts the most, the Headley home run in the second. Solo shot. And foul tipped into the mitt. He held on for strike 3. 1 man left, still a 1-0 game. Strikeout hunger every time a Sox pitcher strikes out a Yankee. Lexus donates $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Drew Pommeranz pitching well again as we go to the 5th inning. You'd like a little offense. Devers, Vasquez, Bradley against Tanaka, who has been difficult to figure out. He's allowed just the 1 hit, a base hit to Benintendi.
Hasn't made too many mistakes yet. I mean, he threw I thought he got away with one with Mookie Betts last inning. The ball he hit to center field, that was one of the few mistakes he's made. Devers, he's not getting cheated, that's for sure.
First time up, he hit one back to the pitcher. And Tanaka with a 1-2. Ground ball toward the hole. Is it going to get through? Down for it to Reyes, and it's going to be a base hit. Not hit sharply, but hit to a perfect spot. And Red Sox have their second hit.
Torres playing up the middle. This ball took forever to get there, didn't it? I mean, this is like a 5-hopper. And he ends up getting to it. He's not really up the middle. Look at that. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 hops. Base hit easy. Didn't hit it very hard. You don't have to. Just place it in the right spot. Gets to it. I don't know. He barely got to it, but he's safe.
Red Sox with a base runner to lead off an inning for the second consecutive frame against Tanaka. Now Vasquez. He struck out in the second. Vasquez right now probably the hottest Red Sox hitter. Runner goes swing and a miss to protect. Here's the throw, and tries to dance around, but he's out. Devers cut down. Red Sox lose a man on the bases. One away.
Red Sox trying to do that aggressive thing again. Doesn't work out. How about the swing by Vasquez? It's a slider, just sort of emergency hack. He's out easy. That's what happens when you try to hit and run and it doesn't work. He's a dead duck is what he is. Almost avoided the tag.
So 1 strike in Vasquez. Sanchez can be tough to run on if he gets a bit of a break from his pitcher, because he has a real cannon back there.
You know,
0-2.
Think about it. That was a weird swing, hit and run, because the ball was middle. It was a breaking ball, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he had a funny swing at it. Like it. I didn't.
Saw Devers look in.
Yeah.
So you figure it's a hit and run.
But the way he swung at it
didn't look like a hit and run.
Hit and run.
Right.
Strange, wasn't it?
Yep. It was almost like a very protective, kind of a choppy swing.
Right. I don't get it, because he handles the bat so well.
He didn't really commit to it if it was a hit and run.
No.
Right past the mound to Reyes, up and over. 2 down. Not a lot of solid contact today.
You know, he gets to a ball like that, down and away, you see, but the hit and run was a slider right down, not middle, but up. And he took just a, I don't know, ugly swing at it.
The whole play was kind of.
Yeah, it really was. It was like he wasn't committed to the hit and run or something, but if it doesn't, you don't make contact, he's a dead duck.
Watch Vasquez. As soon as he swings, he kind of looks back. Immediately looking toward the Red Sox dugout.
That's strange. I'd love to know what was going on there. You can only guess. I can't.
Jackie Bradley off the end of the bat. He's 0 for 1 with a pop to second. Returning to the fold today. Last time we saw him was at Cleveland on August 22nd. He was going 2 for 3 with a home run. Base is empty. 2 down in the 5th.
He was fairly hot when he got hurt.
He was.
He'd been driving in some runs.
And that one punched into right center field. That'll drop down for a base hit. Jackie will take a wide turn, but a single for him. Red Sox with 2 hits in an inning for the first time against Tanaka.
Tomorrow on Encore presentation of Dining Playbook, Billy and Jenny check out the new outdoor patio at the Boston Public Library. Plus find out great places to go before, during, and after the game. Don't miss this and more on Dining Playbook tomorrow night at 9 on Nesson, driven by your New England Chevy dealers. 2. Yeah, where's the music? I get into a rhythm, you know. I fell off the table there.
People think it's really easy.
I'm trying to watch this game.
Lynn is 0 for 1. He struck out in the 3rd. Seen a lot of swings like that today against Tanaka, especially with that split and the slider. Red Sox have 3 hits, no runs yet. 1-0 New York. Nunez would hit next. Red Sox have lost a man on the bases in this inning and a caught stealing. Jackie's not running here, and it's low.
I'm waiting for that one hanger, not necessarily to Lynn because he's not a power hitter, but he hangs something. Somebody's going to lose it.
Two down, Bradley aboard and back in. Tanaka in Japan over the course of his high school career struck out 458 batters. That passed Daisuke Matsuzaka's previous national high school record. Daisuke was a huge star in Japan when he was about 18 years old. And foul tipped into the mitt to make it 1-2.
See, he won't throw you a four-seamer. He throws you a two-seamer. That's it. And the four-seamer he'll throw out of the zone. He did sneak one fastball by Vasquez his first time up. That was about it.
Here's the 1-2 to Lynn. And he pokes a foul. In Japan, they give the ace the same number. Traditionally, they give him number 18.
That means you're the man, huh?
That means
18?
you're the man. Yep.
I wonder why 18.
He was 19 with the Yankees. Two down and a 1-2. And he fouls off another one. It's like in soccer, the number 10 given to your best players.
Like
typically.
Pele?
Yeah,
your
guys who get it done. A lot of midfielders, but
I'm clueless about soccer.
I got to take you sometimes. It's a lot of fun. Take you over to England. See a match.
Oh, you've done that.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah. Germany. Wow. A lot of activity in the stands.
A lot of downtime.
Oh, yeah. And a 1-2 from Tanaka. And he drops it in there. Had him off stride. Curveball. And strikes him out. One man left. Red Sox virtual reality and the virtual reality home run challenge. all available right now for your next event. For more information, email Red Sox Showcase at redsox.com or call 617-226-6900. Young Sox fan all geared up. Red Sox trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the 5th, so at the midway point, and it's the top of the order for New York. Gardner, Hicks, Sanchez. Gardner 1 for 2, has an infield hit. Yankees have 5 hits off of Pommeranz. The Sox have 3 off Tanaca. Kind of figured this would turn into a pitcher's duel. And one would suspect that tomorrow night will be the same. Sale against Severino.
You would think. Severino, boy, he features some gas, doesn't he? I mean, throws as hard as anybody consistently throughout the game. He definitely is their ace.
Last time out, though, the Red Sox tattooed him. 1-2, good breaking ball for a strike.
Boy, he threw one at first pitch of the game for Pommeranz, was right at Gardner's head. He stays in there, though. He got a gift base hit last time up.
Last 2 times that Chris Sale has taken on the Yankees, he has 21 strikeouts in 14 innings.
Can't afford to walk this guy.
3-2. And a fly ball center field, pretty well hit, but Jackie will slam on the brakes, and he's got it. Time for the unlimited baseball break, now brought to you by T-Mobile. We look at the probable starters. Sale against Severino. And this year, Chris Sale has been outstanding against the Yankees, a 2.12 ERA. Severino going in 11-6, and Sale 15-6.
Cleveland beat him last time out.
One down and a roller to Lynn, and very quickly 2 down. With Sanchez on the way up.
That'll help your pitch count. Beautiful thing.
Pommeranz number 5 in the American League in ERA at 3.23 coming in. He's won 8 consecutive decisions, so that's on the line here today. Sanchez with a base hit, went to second on an error, and is also lined out to center.
He smoked that ball to center last time up.
Aaron Judge would be next. Red Sox playing here on the 2nd day of September with a 5.5 game lead in the division, and lots of home games coming up this month. 2 lengthy homestands. First one will begin on Monday against Toronto, 3 games against the Blue Jays, a day off, and then 3 against Tampa Bay, a day off, and then 3 against the Oakland A's. And the Red Sox go on their last long road trip, last road trip of the regular season, to Tampa Bay, Baltimore, and Cincinnati.
Not a bad schedule, really.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Sox got a lot of those long trips out of the way before the All-Star break this year. Only had to go to the West Coast once in the second half and did not go, says Holbrook. So plenty of red there, and of course that last week of the regular season all at home against Toronto and Houston. Season ends on Sunday, October 1st. And A 2-2 on the way to Sanchez. And knocks that one into right field for a base hit. So he's been a little bit of trouble today. That's his second hit. This one comes with 2 down.
Boy, he hit that ball off his fingernails, didn't he? It's just, they're playing him to pull, obviously. All you got to do is just shove it over there to right field, and you got yourself a hit. Fastball, he didn't get it in, but still, he jammed him. Kind of the label. Sound of this ball coming off the bat didn't sound all that great. Perfectly placed.
Here's Judge now, 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third and struck out. Went to high school in California. He and his older brother John were both adopted. Played baseball for 3 years at Fresno State, where he was an All-American. High fly deep to left. Benintendi. He's under coming in now, and he's got it. Boy, he hit some high ones. Not many deep ones since the All-Star break.
Just missed it. You see Tanaka today. He's been tough, but only 3 strikeouts. A lot of off-speed stuff, but not to Vasquez. Sneaks a fastball by him, and then Lynn gets 2 off-speed pitches, a split finger and a backdoor curveball. That's 3 punch-outs, but he's looked good all day.
Nunez to lead off here in the 6th inning. 1-0 New York. Nunez has grounded out twice, once to the pitcher and once to short. Had a game-winning RBI last night for the 4th time since joining the Red Sox. That was on that home run he hit. That one shot down the line, hit it for the corner. Gardner on the move. That's going to slam into the bottom of the wall. He wants second. Gardner up and throwing to dive. He is safe. Nunez flying into second base. Strong throw by Gardner.
Well, that's an exciting play right there. Tanaka tries to get a fastball in on Nunez, and you can't do it. You just cannot do it. But I tell you, Gardner played that ball off the wall as good as you can play it, and Nunez was flying. Headlong dive. Just looks pretty coming into second base. Look at that fastball in. He just cleans it out of there. That ball got to that wall in a hurry. Look at him getting it, man. He looks so pretty running, doesn't he? Woo.
Not to mention swinging the bat.
Yes.
6-game hitting streak for Nunez. What else is new? And now Benintendi, the last guy the Yankees want to see in a spot like this. He's walked and singled. So the Red Sox with a man in scoring position right away here in the 6th, down a run. Benintendi hitting .393 off the Yankees this year. And real comfortable in this ballpark. In particular, here's the 0-1. Stopped by Sanchez.
Man, I wouldn't mess with Nunez. Fastball in. He's almost like Mookie sometimes. I don't know how he kept that thing fair.
Quick to the ball, short. Red Sox trying to strike. Tanaka very stingy with the hits. Red Sox with their first extra base hit today. Mookie on deck. Top of the order, the Red Sox throw a lot of serious speed at you.
He's just trying to hook the ball here, get Nunez to third.
Blocked away to the side of the plate. Here's the throw.
This is where blocking balls comes into play. Close ball game, 1-run game. Out to the mound to stay in shape.
You know, baseball does institute a new rule next season to limit the number of catcher mound visits. This is going to destroy Sanchez's social life. He makes more visits than any catcher in the league. And a 2-1 from Tanaka. Roll to the right side. That'll advance the runner. Torres on time to get him. But Benintendi advances the runner. Let's get out of Garrett Austin.
Hurricane Harvey has caused so much devastation to the city of Houston, and on Thursday the Astros were finally able to go back to the city. The majority of the players spent all day Friday volunteering at shelters, and now everyone at home can join the Astros, the Red Sox, and all teams in the major leagues in their efforts to support the victims of Hurricane Harvey. All you have to do is visit youcaring.com/MLB supports. And guys, I'm sure it's a very emotional day at Minute Maid Park. Today's the first day the Astros have been able to play there since the hurricane. And I talked to Matt Barnes, and he's very close friends with Houston Astros outfielder and Connecticut native George Springer. And he said he has not been able to assess the damage on his own home, guys, because he can't even get out there.
All right, Karen, thank you very much. And as you mentioned, they're playing today at home, finally. First of a doubleheader and leading the Mets 4-0 in the second. So the infield is in, a man at third. And a fly ball of decent depth will tie the ball game for the Red Sox. Mookie is 0 for 2. He's grounded to third, fly to center. Moreland on deck. 1-0 New York.
Got to be sitting soft.
Mookie leading the Sox with 78 runs batted in. Chop foul. 1-2.
Pretty good pitch. Ran that split finger in. One of the harder split fingers he's thrown. That great movement on it. Didn't go down. It went sideways. Watch this ball go inside. It went sideways. It didn't go down. You know, you want to finish him off, but you're scared to throw a ball in the dirt, aren't you?
Well, with Sanchez back there, yeah. All those pass balls. Feels like the most important at bat of the day for the Red Sox. And it's 1-2 on Mookie.
There it is.
Made a fine play there to hold the runner at third base. Not a lot of room, incidentally, here at Yankee Stadium from the plate to the backstop. It's pretty tight.
Not like the old Yankee Stadium. This was a huge block by Sanchez, without a doubt. It looked like a slider he shoved right into the ground, way out in front of the plate. It's not an easy pick.
No. He went out for another chat. 2-2. Mookie Betts trying to find a way to get this run in any way he can. A tight one in the Bronx here in the 6th. Two to Mookie. That one scoots away. Here comes the run. He dives in safe, and the ball game is tied.
Hello.
You talked about it 2 minutes ago, how dangerous that could be. The Red Sox capitalize.
I mean, those are two balls that were so far in front of the plate. It's hard to, get on Sanchez. Look where he shoves this ball way out in front of the plate, man. You got to block that.
Got to block that.
Block that ball.
It will be a wild pitch, but you got to block it.
Yeah, you got to block it. The pitch before was a tougher block. That one wasn't as tough, but no chance. I mean, that is huge. I mean, that is such a big play. Talk about playoffs. You get into playoffs, one run like that. I mean, this is a big game for the Yankees, and it costs you a run on a blocked ball.
It's a giant game for the Yankees. Another one into the dirt. He's going to walk him. So Mookie is on. With him, excellent speed. See if the Red Sox try to do any running here. With Moreland coming up, got a left-hand hitter, really blocks the view of the catcher to first base. But speed for the Red Sox has been such a factor.
Tanaka's so careful, man. He doesn't want to hang something. He's just. You got to have a net back there to block that stuff.
Nunez scampering home on the wild pitch to tie it at 1. Mitch today with a couple of ground outs. Mookie stole his 22nd base last night. He has 4 in his last 5 games. There's a nice lead there at first base.
Always does.
Not running. Up the middle. Nice play. Gregorius with the stab with a backhand to steal a hit.
Well, I thought that was a missile when he first hit it, but it ran out of gas a little bit. Might have been the end of the bat or something. Kind of fools. He got there in time, and he was waiting for it and went into the dive. Big play.
2 down. Hanley's next. Ramirez today with a fly to right and a ground ball to third. Hanley, the club leader, with 22 home runs.
Well, I smell a hanger. I don't know why.
Popped him up, sky down the left field line. Gardner with a long run. Gregorius out there. He was leaping into the stands, but it's out of his range. That was Jeter-like. Not quite as deep into the stands. And
well, I tell you what, it was a borderline hanger, and he wants that ball so badly. It's such a big out.
Yeah, more of a leaner.
Yeah. God, Hanley got a pitch to hit.
Mookie aboard at first, 2 down, a run in, 0-1 to count on Hanley.
I mean, you throw so many sliders down in the dirt, split fingers, sooner or later, and then you start worrying about the guy at first. You can, any given time, you can hang something. And you see Chapman out there bringing it.
Trying to get used to seeing him warming up in the 6th inning. But he isn't the closer anymore. Chapman threw a pitch last night they had on the radar gun here at Yankee Stadium at 105 miles an hour.
Even if that's high, I mean, still 100, my goodness.
So if they're juicing the gun, it's 104, right?
Whatever.
103.
Yeah.
Eastern Lexus pitching line here for Tanaka. And a 1-strike pitch. To center field straight away. Hicks backing up on the track and makes the play.
Oh.
He trailed it, but he hauls it in, and that retires the side. We're tied 1-1. Rest of America run on Dunkin' because Dunkin's iced coffee is consistently smooth and delicious. Boston Red Sox run on Dunkin'. Well, Gregorius to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox have drawn even here in New York, 1-1. And Didi Gregorius has struck out and popped up 0 for 2. Then it's Headley and Holiday against Pommeranz. He's trying to make it 9 consecutive wins. His pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. So sitting at 93 pitches. Red Sox now have activity in the bullpen.
Workman out there. Popping it.
And a 2-0. A strike. Gregorius batting 4th or 5th in this series. In the 5 spot today, 19 homers. And he bunts, but bunts it foul. 2-2. I wonder what CC thinks about that.
Well, that was more of a slap. It wasn't an outright bunt.
CC mixing it up the other day after Nunez attempted to bunt on him and actually dropped it down, caused a Sabathia error in the 1st inning.
Wherever they go the rest of the year, cameras on him every time somebody bunts.
I would think so, yeah.
Right?
He got a little carried away with his comments. As you said, he was feeling good about himself. Beat the Red Sox for the 4th time this year. 2-2 up and over his hat.
I've seen a couple of those today. Back to the fastball, I would assume. Yep.
He's only walked 1 man and make it 2. So they have a base runner here in the 6th inning, leading things off. Time for a game break now, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's our man TC. Tom, thank you very much. And they've opened up a 6-0 lead over the Mets in their return there to Houston.
Wow.
It's got to feel, I would think, a lot like when the Red Sox came back to playing after the Boston Marathon bombings.
Oh, totally. I mean, how can you not think that?
That sense of community, that feeling of, wrapping your arms around the entire city. Red Sox were able to do that so effectively. Snap throw and will not get him as Gregorius dives back in.
I mean, you just rally around something. You go back to Katrina, right? And then at the dome there, what was it, Scott? What's the name of that dome out there?
The Superdome.
The Superdome, where everybody came, right? That's where everybody was displaced. Look at this.
Lines out to center field. It's his third hit today. Gregorius rounding. Jackie throwing. They let it come through, but he's in there. Chase Headley has been trouble all day. 2 singles and a home run, and the Yankees have men at first and third, nobody out.
If Jackie could have gotten a better position, he couldn't, where the ball was hit into right center field. If he had his momentum going towards third base. Watch, little dunk shot in there into right center field. He's trying to get behind this ball. He couldn't get everything on it. Still a great throw. That's an aggressive play there by Didi Gregorius. Now first and third and nobody out. But you know that if he gets momentum behind that, he could bring it all the way to third base. Still a good throw, but didn't have everything on it.
So Pommeranz in some trouble. Holiday, the batter, just off the DL today for his latest ailment. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. Tied 1-1 in the 6th. High fly ball, Jack, deep to left. Forget about this one. That's going to be a 3-run homer. And he crushed it.
Yeah.
Well, they've been missing that power. That's his 17th home run of the season.
Well, he had a good swing last time up, hit a fly ball to right field on a fastball. Starts him off with a fastball. And it's like sort of a welcome back to Holiday here. Look at this cross-seam fastball. Uh-oh. He's got major power. As soon as he makes contact, that's a 3-run bomb.
Deep into the bleachers.
Way up there.
That makes it 4-1 Yankees. So a walk, a base hit, 3-run homer, and the game changes dramatically.
Yeah, Pommeranz threw 2 fastballs that he didn't get away with today. Headley's been a pain, 3 for 3, and then the home run there.
Bird has singled and whiffed today, 1 for 2. And home run traveled 443 feet by Matt Holliday. He's always been one of the strongest men in Major League Baseball.
That walk to Gregorius kind of started it off bad, and then a little dunk shot by Headley. 3 for 3 on the day.
Pitch number 105 from the lefty, and in there, strike 3. So he sits down Bird for the second time on strikes, and now comes John Farrell out to get him. Workman all ready, so he will come on in. Pommeranz had pitched awfully well until this inning. Got away from him a bit. And Holiday got all of his for a 3-run shot. So we'll take the break as well here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The Yankees now on top 4-1. Workman will take over on the mound now after Pommeranz gets knocked out. Yankees on top 4-1. Floated foul. Here comes Moreland and makes a nice adjustment there. 2 down.
Monday at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Joseph Abood. Available at Men's Warehouse. TC Jim and Todd Walker will preview the Sox next homestand against Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Oakland.
Say hello to Todd Walker. Be new to Nesson. So Pommeranz done after 5 1/3, 4 runs. And a total of 8 hits. And here's Gardner. 1 for 3 with an infield single. Red Sox with work to do when we go to the 7th inning. Devers, Vasquez, Bradley will be the hitters against Tanaka and the 0-1.
Kind of turnaround fair play. You think about yesterday, the Red Sox got 3 home runs. The Yankees got their four runs on 2 home runs today.
Chase Headley and Matt Holliday. They've gone yard today. Workman has excelled in his 22 appearances, coming all the way back from Tommy John. 2.15 ERA, and he drills that one in there at 83. 2-2.
He's got all the pitches. He really does. He's got like the knuckle curve there. He throws a cutter to right-handed hitters, and he gets it up there. 95 occasionally.
2-2 to Gardner, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. That one 93 to end the inning, but 3-run homer, and Holliday making the difference in the game so far. For every RBI by a Franklin family batting glove member this season, Franklin Sports donates to the Red Sox Foundation's RBI program to help revitalize baseball and softball in our inner cities. Franklin Sports is a proud partner of the Red Sox Foundation and Major League Baseball. Going to the 7th inning, 4-1. Yankees have the lead. Tanaka's still out there. Jacoby Ellsbury becomes the new center fielder. He's on for Hicks. Devers has singled and grounded out, and he was thrown out. And second base, on what looked like a botched hit and run as Vasquez swung through the pitch.
Yeah, that was a strange play. I'd love to know what went down there, because the swing was so, unlike Vasquez first pitch, because it was a strike.
It's a very unsure swing. On the infield, Torres will throw off balance and retire Devers one away in the 7th. Get expert emergency care without leaving Fenway Park at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center First Aid Station. That's behind Section 12 in the lower concourse. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Red Sox. Visit bidmc.org.
You got to be impressed with Tanaka, the way he's kept the ball down, huh? I mean, really, down, down, down.
Robertson throwing into the bullpen. Might be his last inning, even though he's only at 89 pitches. Vasquez with a strikeout and a grounder to second, looking for his first hit today. And a look at ball 1. 4 runs on 8 hits for the Yankees, 1 run, 4 hits, and an error for the Sox. And a right-hander from Japan with a 1-0. And popped toward right, very shallow, racing out to Reyes, and makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, the way he's throwing, he may get another inning. You never know.
He's not had to work very hard for the 2 outs in this inning. The 7th, that'll send up Jackie Bradley. Jackie 1 for 2, a single, a pop-up today. Sox and Yankees to wrap up their season series against each other tomorrow night. Chris Sale and Luis Severino, an outstanding way to end it. The 1-0 to the lefty hitter. And he lays off a strike. The Sox would have to come from behind and win this one and win again tomorrow night to win the season series against the Yankees. New York has the edge 9-8 at the moment. Bases are empty with 2 down, 7th inning. And Tanaka once again against the Red Sox has been hard to handle. Ground ball again, not hit hard. Torres throws and gets him. 1, 2, 3 go the Sox. We're in the middle of the 7th inning. 4-1 Yankees. low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency by Ford Trucks, built Ford tough, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union, see what DCU can save you. The great folks at Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service, and by Mazda, driving matters. 4-1 Yankees. Look at the game summary now, brought to you by Xfinity. Pommeranz out of the game after 5 1/3. Tanaka 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. Headley's had a big day, 3 for 3 with a home run. Holiday just mashed a 3-run shot to open it up to a 4-1 advantage for New York. So the Yankees right now in position with a 4-1 lead to grab a game. Red Sox took one of those games back last night with a victory and lead by 5.5 in the American League East.
It's funny, you know, Hanley Ramirez gave it a ride the inning before, right? The top of the inning. Took Aaron Hicks all the way back to the center field fence, caught it, and then the next inning they hit a 3-run bomb. I mean, what a turnaround.
So Workman stays on to work, about to get Ellsbury, Sanchez, and Judge. CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives and move us one step closer toward a tobacco-free generation. You can learn more at cvshealth.com/be-the-first. Ellsbury in the ball game as a defensive replacement, and now will bat for the first time today. Former Red Sox outfielder will be followed by Gary Sanchez. Jacoby hitting in the 240s. And although he has hit safely in 9 of the last 10 he started.
I mean, I guess he's just not going to play against left-handed starting pitching is what it comes down to. Imagine a guy sitting on the bench making $25 million, whatever it is.
Ropes that one into left center field. That'll be down for an extra base hit all the way to the wall. Ellsbury hitting second base, now taken off for third, and a relay throw won't get him. A triple for Jacoby Ellsbury.
Well, he was in between about going to third base late. I thought he was going to pull up, but he read that. Missed the first cutoff man. Watch this. This ball's in the gap, and you know that Ellsbury can run. He's got 2 easy. Now he's thinking about 3. See, Benny gets to it. He overthrows the first cutoff guy all the way into Lynn, and then they know he's going to be safe. That's a good read there by Ellsbury. He's checking it out all the way, getting it too. He decides right here, kind of hesitates just a hair, and then he says, I'm going for it. Good decision.
His third triple. Infield coming in now with Sanchez the batter. He's gone 2 for 3 today. 9 Yankee hits. Sox have 4. Sanchez with 14 home runs over his last 34 games. 28 overall. And Workman's 1-0. Pop foul out of play. Red Sox get Fernando Abad loosening in the bullpen beyond the left field fence. So New York trying to add on. Sanchez, a big RBI guy, is driven in 77. Rolls that one. Knocked off the glove to Devers, and a run is in. That'll make it 5-1 New York.
Yeah, wasn't hit very hard. Sounded like a busted bat. Hit in the perfect spot between Devers and Nunez. Look at this. I heard a little crunch there. Looked like the end of the bat. To the left of Devers, he nicks off his glove and just trickles. Barely gets to the outfield, but Nunez would have caught that ball if he hadn't gotten away. It is what it is. Goes as a base hit RBI.
And the 10th Yankee hit. Third of the day for Sanchez. Now Judge, who's gone hitless, he's grounded out, struck out, and flied out. 5-1 New York in the 7th. And the 0-1 from Workman to Judge. He takes a ball.
Boy, he just missed one last time up, didn't he? He skied that ball to left field.
I think he hits the highest fly balls of anybody in the American League.
He really does.
He's probably Stanton over in the National League. He's having a great season for the Marlins. Gone over 50 home runs. And Miami in the wild card picture to some degree, even though they've now lost 5 in a row.
It's kind of how Miami has been, isn't it? Like you don't think about it, they play well, and then interesting to see what happens with that new ownership with Jeter and what he's going to do.
1-2, tried to check, and he did. Even on Judge, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I know this, the folks in Miami, they really breathed a sigh of relief when Jeter's group got hold of that ball club. They believe brighter days are ahead, smarter days are ahead.
You would think he would keep Mattingly, right? I mean, you would think he'd have a good relationship with him with the Yankee connection.
Sure. And that'll be in there for strike 3. So Judge will take a seat on strikes for the 2nd time today. And John Farrell pops out of the dugout. And it looks like he wants a bod here for Gregorius. So that'll do it for Workman, who allows the triple and the Sanchez base hit to drive in a run. As the Yankees lead it 5-1, we're going to take the break and be back at Yankee Stadium with more in just a moment. Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Citizens Bank. Visit citizensbank.com. Just for Men mustache and beard, your best beard ever. And by Subaru of New England, supplying all-wheel drive vehicles with a passion for fall activities. Feeling fall-like here in New York. Yankees on top 5-1. Abad will pitch now to Gregorius with a runner at first base, and the Yankees leading by 4. When he's been given a chance to pitch, Fernando's pitched pretty well. 2-0 at 2.87 ERA. And Gregorius has gone 0 for 2 with a walk, 1 down and 1 on for the Yankees. Long series here in the Bronx. Another one still to come tomorrow night before the Sox can come home. High fly foul out of play.
Gregorius 3 for 8 with a dinger off of Abad. Tell you what, Gregorius just hits left-handed pitching like it's nothing.
A couple of home runs today for New York. Headley got one in the second inning off of Pommeranz, and the big one was Matt Holliday, just returning from the disabled list, a 3-run blow in the 6th. Red Sox starting to come down the home stretch of a run of 20 games in 20 days. They're 8-7 so far. And a 1-1 stop by Vasquez. Red Sox will finally have a day off on Thursday of the coming week, splitting the series between Toronto and Tampa Bay. Two one. Popped up. Third base side. Nunez moving over. Devers is there, and Raphael takes it. And they're 2 down.
Monday at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC Jim and Todd Walker will preview the Red Sox next series against the Blue Jays. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Well, here's the guy the Red Sox have not been able to figure out today, Chase Headley. He has 3 hits, a home run, 2 singles. He scored twice. And throughout the series, his game plan seems to be swing early and do some damage.
It's exactly what Holliday did too. And you guess right, you get a first pitch fastball and he doesn't get it inside.
We are on the bottom of the 7th. Holliday on deck. These are the 2 guys who've done the most damage today, Headley and Holliday. He won't chase it. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1, another block by Vasquez. 2 balls and 1 strike. Chris Sale pitching tomorrow night. If he gets a win, it'll be his 16th of the season. Shot to win 20.
He's 0-2 against the Yankees with a 2 ERA. That's hard to do.
Another fly ball to left field, but no carry on this one. Benintendi runs it down into foul territory. Stayed right with it. That'll retire the side, but the Yankees get another run. They're on top 5-1. Donate $500 to the Boston Children's Hospital. Stop by your local Speedway, pick up any size fountain soda or Speedy Freeze for just 69 cents. To the 8th inning, 5-1 New York. Tanaka's still out there. He's allowed the Red Sox only 4 hits, 1 run. They came in the 6th inning. When it looked like the Sox were going to chase him, Robertson was up warming then, and he's up again here in the 8th. Then dropping down a bunt foul. He's 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. And CC does not approve.
I'm telling you.
That was not CC approved.
He's going to be, at least he's smiling. He knows.
Nunez on deck, and then Benintendi. No bunt here, but through the hole for a base hit. So Zhu Lin is aboard to start the 8th inning, and we'll see how long that Girardi sticks with the starter.
He's got to be gone to me. Robertson was thrown like he said last inning. He's got to get him out of there.
Yep, here it comes. You'll get a big hand here today by a capacity crowd. 46,536 a sellout at Yankee Stadium. Not the first time Tanaka has been really hard on the Red Sox.
Came up big for them. Big game for the Yankees. He showed up today, Tanaka.
Yankees up 5-1. We'll have more in just a moment. Sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, a 5-1 New York lead. They've doubled up the Red Sox in hits 10-5. But Tanaka finally out of the ball game as he goes 7+, 1 run, 5 hits. He'll give way to Robertson. He was 6-2 at 2.36 ERA for the season. He also has 14 saves.
Just a couple innings the other night, Thursday night. Stretch him out a little bit. He's been a closer for so long, and now he's asked to get more outs than that. Everything moves, this guy. He doesn't throw a straight fastball. Things cut.
Nunez doubled and scored back in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Red Sox trying to climb back into this one now that Tanaka is in the dugout. Benintendi on deck. Very comfortable day in the Bronx. Not a sunny day for the most part. It was early. And they're expecting rain tonight in the New York area. But a dry ball game.
See if this thing is straight. It's a fastball, but I bet you it moves a little bit. Nope,
little first, and that's in for a strike.
See, even his four seam cuts a little bit.
Nunez picked up his 44th hit in 32 games since he came on board as a member of the Red Sox. That leads the ball club, more hits than anybody since that deal. Into left field, Gardner, plenty of time to get there. And Eduardo is 1 for 4 today. Lynn back to first.
Every time he swings the bat, I think it's going out of the ballpark. You know, the way it jumps off his bat. He got a pitch to hit there too. He's mad again. What new? When he doesn't get a knock, he's mad.
Kelly, and it just recalled Austin Maddox working side by side. As Benintendi digs in, he has a walk, a single, and a ground ball out to second today. Last night his 19th home run, 5th of the season here at Yankee Stadium. Most home runs ever by a rookie in New York. That's a record that goes back 112 years. One-0 pitch, and that bends in there. That knuckle curve.
A lot of knuckle curves we've seen. Left-handed, right-handed.
Of course, Drew Pommeranz is one of the best in the game. Today, not necessarily Drew's day. Lasted 5 1/3. Right now, he's going to take a loss, and if that does happen, if the Red Sox do not get him off the hook, that will end his winning streak at 8 consecutive decisions. One on, one out, 5-1 New York in the 8th. Mookie Betts on deck. Two and two. We'll go back to August 1st, 27 games. Benintendi from that point is hitting .340. And among American League players with at least 100 plate appearances over that stretch, he's 3rd in on base percentage, 7th in batting average.
He was on fire that first week of August.
Robertson's 2-2. Will strike him out. Caught him looking.
Yeah, I see the four-seam fastball that still cuts a little bit on the outside corner. That's paint. This is a perfect pitch there by Robertson. After the breaking ball's down and in, he hits that, dots that outside corner. See a little cut on it, catches the corner. Not much you could do about that. That's a perfect pitch.
Mookie Betts 0 for 2, a ground out to third, a fly to center. He's also taken a walk today. Sanchez thought about getting a throw off, but Lynn scampered back in. 5-1 New York.
How about that backhanded pick? Like it was nothing. A better chance picking the ball one-handed than he does getting on his knees.
Mookie with that walk has now reached base in 18 straight games. Tied for the longest streak of the season by a Red Sox player coming in, and now he's broken that. It's that very gently charging on Gregorius. He's going to hold on to the baseball. Be a base hit for Mookie. Down to second, Lynn. And the Red Sox have a couple of men aboard for Mitch Moreland.
That ball wasn't hit very hard at all. You see Headley backs off, and then this is going to be a trying to barehanded here by Didi, and he knows he can't make the play. Holds on to it wisely. Tying run at the plate. Moreland, beautiful thing.
Fans, fall ball is just around the corner. Outfit your entire team with custom batting gloves like Mitch Moreland. And coaches, for discounted pricing, email teamsales@franklinsports.com. Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball. So Moreland 0 for 3. We'll look at a strike. He's grounded out a couple of times and lined to short. Lynn at second and Mookie Betts at first. Mookie still styling in the gold shoes. Robertson's 0-1. Grounded to the middle, but there's Gregorius to tap the bag for the out and retire the side. Couple of hits, but nothing going on in that inning for the Red Sox. Don't go anywhere as we stay in the park.
Every Sunday on
Back in Yankee Stadium, and the Red Sox trailing 5-1 and running out of opportunities. Bottom half of the 8th inning. 10 runs, or I should say 10 hits and 5 runs for the Yankees. Red Sox with just 6 hits on the day. Austin Maddox will make an appearance. Just up from the minor leagues as part of the September 1 call-ups. Recalled for the 4th time in his major league career. His last appearance came against the Yankees on July 16th in game 1 of a doubleheader. He went an inning and 2/3, allowing 3 hits.
Saw some good velocity out of Maddox when he was up last time. Changeup to go with it.
Made his major league debut on the 17th of June at Houston. Facing the difference maker in this game in Matt Holliday's 3-run homer in the 6th inning opened it up for New York. They took a 4-1 lead and added another one in the 7th.
Back-to-back changeups. You see, it turns it over a little bit.
Greg Bird on deck, and then Ronald Torreyes, bottom 3 in the batting order for the Yankees. And another foul.
How about coming out of the bullpen all jacked up, you know, adrenaline pumped, and he throws 3 changeups in a row. Hard to do, because this guy's got some gas.
The Sox drop this one today. It'll be the first time all season they lose a game against the Yankees that Drew Pommeranz started. Boston 4-0 when the lefty is on the mound. against New York. There's a high pop into right center. Jackie Bradley can have a sandwich before that one comes down. This is our cricket something to smile about moment. Not many for the Red Sox today, but Jackie coming back is one.
Yeah, he is. And you see this play, it doesn't look like a difficult one, but they both almost collide. This is really the first play he's made since he's come back off the DL, and then he gets a little knock, doesn't crush it. Kind of end of the bat. He'll take that hit. Welcome back.
One away. Bird the batter, 1 for 3 with a single. He's also been struck out twice, caught looking in the 4th and again in the 6th. Bottom of the 8th in the Bronx. Come the 9th inning, the Red Sox have Hanley due up, and then Devers and Vasquez.
So he can get it up there now. 96. Change up 86. A little 10-mile-an-hour difference.
Dellin Betances warming in their bullpen.
He's got the same shoes as Mookie.
Yeah, what's that all about?
I don't know. He's not fast. He just brings it.
Rip, but foul down the right field line off the bat of Bird. 1-2.
Children's cancer awareness. That's what those shoes are all about.
Betances very nearly made a mess of things in game 1.
Didn't he?
Hit 2 guys, walked another man, and all of a sudden the Red Sox had the tying run at home plate. You know, they tied him up there beautifully. 97 to strike out Bird.
I'm telling you, he's got some hair.
2 down. Torres next. And Red Sox are hoping for more of the same from Betances, who can really get wild.
I'll tell you what, Holt can attest to that being drilled in the foot.
Lexus is making a pledge to strike out hunger. Every time a Red Sox pitcher strikes out a Yankee, Lexus donates $50 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Torres has been part of that donation today. He whiffed in the 4th inning. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Coming into today, the Red Sox were 37-16 in games started by Chris Sale and Drew Pommeranz. Well, Mr. Sale goes tomorrow night. Pommeranz went today. Going after his 16th win. Leading the majors with 264 strikeouts. Coming off an outstanding performance at Toronto. 7 innings, 11 Ks, no walks, 3 hits. And a pop to left. Nunez and Devers there, and Eduardo takes it and hits the 3-pointer. 1, 2, 3 they go. Betances coming on, 5-1 Yankees. Your New England Audi dealers in the 2018 Audi Q5. Citizens Bank. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Franklin Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball. So it's out of the ninth inning, 5-1 Yankees. Win for New York, and they take a 2-1 lead in the series. Frazier will take over at third base, and Betances will be the new hurler. And again, he can make it very, very interesting if the Red Sox are willing to wait on him and occasionally hang in there, because he'll hit a guy. 9-hit batsman. He hit 2 the other night.
Throws 100 miles an hour at times, and he's got a hook he throws more than half the time.
Hanley first man in. 98 to get started. Ramirez on the day, a fly to right, rounded to third, a fly to center, but she hit very deep. That took the center fielder at the time, Hicks, all the way to the warning track. And he pops that one up backwards. Sanchez to the netting and makes a nice play. He's got a little shelf there he can lean on, and he caught it basket style for out number 1.
Sounded like it hit something. I don't know, on the way down or what. You heard some noise there.
The Red Sox are wondering about this too. They're holding up for the moment. Oh yeah. That hit the net. Just heard Gibson say, don't play an umpire. I thought it hit the net. And therefore you can't catch that. Well, you can, but it's not an out.
Well, if you thought it hit the net, then let's go. He was the closest one to it, and it did hit the net. I mean,
sure it did.
He's got it right.
So that should just be a foul ball.
Yeah, I thought it was a great play there by Sanchez to make the catch, but it's off the net.
Well, your eyes don't deceive you. We'll let you hear it too.
You heard something. I thought he just banged into the wall, but it hit the net.
So it'll be no catch. Hanley's going to continue the at bat.
Nobody's arguing, that's for sure.
Your backyard wiffle ball games, that counts as a catch. It hit some, but swung on and missed, and Hanley is eventually retired on strikes. That is out number 1 in the ninth. Next up will be Rafael Devers. Rafael today 1 for 3 with an infield hit. Not much offense this afternoon for Boston. Tanaka really took care of that. The lion's share anyways. He went 7+, allowing 1 run, 5 hits. Sox didn't score until the 6th. He's been tough on the Sox.
Really, one swing of the bat, 3-run dingers are hard to overcome. It just is. I mean, it's hard to, especially a guy pitching like Tanaka was.
Holiday, the man who hit the 3-run Johnson.
Did he ever?
Way back there in the bleachers. 1-2. And strike 3 on that breaking ball to freeze Devers to up and 2 down.
That'll freeze you all right.
So last hope for the Red Sox today will be Christian Vasquez. He's gone 0 for 3.
He does it a little different than Kimbrel does. He does it with that hook, even though he throws hard. He throws as hard as Kimbrel does, but he puts you away a lot with that curveball.
Not as dominant as Kimbrel, because Kimbrel's a guy that doesn't walk anybody.
Right. That's the biggest difference. He's a heart attack piece waiting to happen.
Betances, yeah. Chapman too.
Yeah. Chapman looked good last night though.
Yeah, I haven't seen many 105-mile-an-hour pitches. Have you?
No. because no one ever knew how hard Nolan threw. Ryan, you'd wonder what he would be on the gun today.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling it's probably right there. So the base is empty, 2 down, and across for a strike at 99. Jackie Bradley would be next. Sox down 5-1, 9th inning, 2 down.
J.R. Richards, that's the guy I'm thinking of with Houston. He's the one that brought it too. That big dude.
That was filthy. He had a tragic end, but
yeah, he threw hard. Everybody was afraid of him.
2-2, and the crowd up here in the Bronx. 46,500 today. And strike there. That was 100 miles an hour, and that was overpowering today. Betances finishes up by striking out the side in the 9th inning. So game 3 TC goes to the Yankees, and the Red Sox lead once again is back to 4.5 games heading into the finale with Sale on the mound on Sunday night.